It was happening, people. I don't know if you heard about it, but on Saturday, January the 6th, 215 bodies were discovered in a pauper cemetery in the back of the Hinds County Jail in Jackson, Mississippi. Now, this is a strange case of what happens when city government and city officials have no compassion for the citizenry that they serve. Now, in this case, the 215 bodies that were discovered in this pauper cemetery were first buried in a shallow grave and were properly set up for burial. Hence, there was a stench, and when people came to investigate, they saw signs of vultures circling the area. Now, on top of this, the families of two of the deceased, one Jonathan Bankin and the Dexter Wade, their families are going through it. The mother of Bankin, she feels that her son was just thrown away like trash, and I don't blame her because when his body was exhumed after being missing for quite a few months, almost a year, they found that his ID was in his wallet that was in his front pocket. On top of that, it appears that he met his untimely death at the hands of police officers in an apparent hit and dispose. Now, Dexter Wade, who's also another body that was found in there, his family is going through extra grief because it appears years prior, a brother of his also lost his life at the hands of the police in police custody. So they've been going through the court system and they haven't yet to receive any justice or solace because it appears that a couple of their court proceedings have been already thrown out. So we have to wait and see what's the outcome of this. But the family feels that this is all in retaliation because the police officer that was involved in that brother's death, he lost his job and is also facing further disciplinary actions. So they believe it's all connected. But don't fear, because we got Ben Crump and Dennis Smith Sweets on the case, and they're going to bring federal investigations and media attention to the situation. As you know, also a possible payout for these families. But this is not just a racial situation because Crump, needless to say, is also representing white families in this situation. Because there were several bodies, black and white, that were buried and disposed of in this manner. So I'm going to keep digging into this story because details are coming out further and further, and it's going to be an investigation that I want to see the outcome of. But the head of the police in that area, one Jonathan Wade, he is taking responsibility. He has, at this point, enacted even more stringent death notification procedures. So hopefully that gives families that don't have solace don't have to go through this in the future. But this case is messy because a lot of these people that were buried in the pauper cemetery, they were led to believe that their loved ones had just gone missing, only to find out that they were just discarded in such a manner when proper notification was possible because these individuals had IDs. So let me know how you feel about this case. Thank you for your time, and hit the description because I got links to articles that can further, abreast your knowledge. But thank you in advance for your time, and I'll talk to you soon. Deuces.